Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Chris, you're embarrassing me up here. Testing 1, 2, testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chris, I'm unimpressed. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay.
You guys are done with the white balance? Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Carla.
Evening. I'm Peter Pacias, Interim Chief of the El Paso Police Department. My last name is spelled P-A-C-I-L-L-A-S. Here to brief you on the Cielo Vista incident. So at approximately 5:05 p.m., calls came in to the 911 center on shots fired at Cielo Vista Mall. We had off-duty officers working at a local establishment within the mall, and we're on scene at 5:08 p.m. in 3 minutes. That officer immediately took one individual into custody. Area response from the El Paso Police Department, the El Paso Sheriff's Department, Texas DPS, FBI, and U.S. Border Patrol all responded to the scene to assist with this incident. It was a dynamic scene, and it was quickly brought under control with the response by the El Paso police officers and the assisting agencies. Preliminary information right now, we have 2 in custody. There is no more danger, and I want to repeat that, there is no more danger to the public. We have 3 individuals that are in the hospital. All of them, those detained and in the hospital, are all males. Currently, Cielo Vista Mall is an active scene. We are getting ready to start the preliminary investigation of the crime scene, and it is going to be locked down and secured until we finish that investigation and we process the scene. We have assistance from the El Paso Independent School District Police Department, who helped us set up a reunification center at Burgess High School, 7800 Edgemere. And those people that have been evaluated by our personnel at Cielo Vista Mall are being transported to Burgess High School by Sun Metro and dropped off there as the reunification center so families can pick up their individuals at that point. We are getting, like I said, assistance, and our local FBI office is assisting us with a website that I'll let the special agent in charge, Jeff Downing, come up and present what that website is for. And it's going to help us gather any type of information that people might have on their cell phones to help with this investigation. Mr. District Attorney, would you like to address?
Thank you, Chief. Today has seen an unprecedented, fantastic response from local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. There's been a fantastic coordination by all of our agencies. The united front that the law enforcement agencies put forward today shows that the El Paso Police Department in the lead has been able to secure this scene, has been able to put forward a fantastic presence, and to assure the community that with all of our law enforcement parties combined, we are able to provide safety and security for our community. I'm very proud to be here with these fine people behind me. Thank you.
I'd like to let Mayor Oscar Leeser address the public.
Thank you, Chief. And I think it's very important to understand and know that the lead agency in the investigation is the El Paso Police Department, but we're not doing it on ourselves. We actually have great cooperation from the people behind us and other agencies that have been part of this. So I know that the media would like to know a lot of things that are going on today and some of the things, and we will release it in a timely manner, but we want to make sure that we do not hinder or affect the investigation moving forward. So I want to thank you all for being out there, because I think it's important for our community to know that they're safe, and that the police department and all its agencies have made sure that we continue an active crime scene, but we also make sure that our community is a safe place, and that was our most important thing, to make sure our citizens were safe before we released any information. And we'll continue, and we'll have further updates as we have the information, but as of today, we're going to share the information we do have and make sure that we don't compromise the active investigation that's going on today. And again, the lead agency in this investigation will be the El Paso Police Department. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Downey. I'm the Special Agent in Charge for the El Paso FBI. First of all, I just want to compliment all those law enforcement agencies, particularly the El Paso Police Department, for the response this evening. A great deal of credit needs to go out to the off-duty officer that was at the mall this evening and was able to get one of these individuals in custody in a very quick amount of time. The FBI is here to assist the El Paso Police Department as they're the lead agency. As part of that assistance, we have established a tip line for all video and photo information that victims or witnesses that were at the mall may have. It's important that, as this is an ongoing investigation, that we get that information as soon as possible. So I'm going to give everybody that site for people to upload any photos or any video that they may have from in the mall. So that site is going to be www.fbi.gov/Cielo Vista Mall shooting. That's CIELOVISTAMALLSHOOTING. And it's imperative that that's all in lowercase. This information will also be put out in a written press release, and it'll be tweeted out as well for the information. But once again, I do want to compliment all those that responded in the El Paso Police Department for all their work tonight.
With that, we'll open up for any questions. Yes, sir.
Are the individuals in the hospital teenagers?
We're not going to be releasing that information. Still an active investigation.
Was the off-duty officer working security at the mall?
Yes, ma'am.
He was working security at the time.
He was working at a store at the mall.
You mentioned that a second person's been taken into custody. Where did you find them and at what time approximately did you locate them and put them in custody?
I don't have that information at this time.
Did the off-duty officer fire at any of the potential suspects that were possibly shooting?
No, ma'am.
Can we get a statement in Spanish, please, for our people, just in case they have to know that there's no danger right now, right?
Yes.
In Spanish, please.
Yes. Want to do it right now?
Javier Zambrano, sargento con el Departamento de Policía del Paso. A eso de las 5:05 de esta tarde recibimos una llamada de disparos dentro del centro comercial Cielo Vista. En 3 minutos, un oficial que estaba trabajando dentro del centro comercial reportó que había una persona ya en custodia. Él había tomado una persona ya en custodia y empezó a pedir recursos de otras unidades. Obviamente en este incidente hemos tenido asistencia de agencias locales y federales que nos han asistido. Lo importante aquí en este momento viene siendo que no hay peligro para el público. A este momento los últimos detalles vienen siendo que tenemos 2 personas que están en custodia y tenemos 3 personas que fueron heridas, que se encuentran en hospitales locales, y tenemos una persona que falleció, que fue lesionada. A este momento, obviamente, la investigación continúa, es bien temprano ahorita en la investigación. Importante de mencionar, el FBI creó un sitio de web para que cualquier persona que sea testigo, que tenga información, que tenga fotografías, que tenga video, puedan dar esas imágenes a los investigadores a través del sitio del FBI. Y obviamente esa información vamos a recordarles lo que viene siendo el sitio en unos momentos a través de un enviado de prensa, así como también información a través de los medios sociales, pero recordando, cualquier persona que tenga esa información deben de mandarla allí a eso. Además, importante mencionar, la ciudad del Paso tiene el sitio de El Paso Strong para cualquier persona que necesite algún tipo de asistencia debido a la crisis o crisis emocional que hayan tenido debido a este incidente o que estén teniendo con un familiar. Ese sitio está abierto. También es importante recordar, ahorita esto es una investigación activa, esto se va a tardar tiempo. Eso significa también que ahorita los vehículos que se encuentran dentro del centro comercial, ahí van a permanecer por gran tiempo, por varias horas, quizás cerca de 18 horas. También es importante recordar que tenemos el centro de reunificación que está ubicado en Burgess High School y estamos agradeciendo a lo que viene siendo el distrito, la policía del distrito escolar de El Paso, que abrió la preparatoria Burgess para tener el centro de reunificación allí. Viene siendo lo que tenemos ahorita al momento. Vamos, obviamente, cuando la información y la investigación permita dar más detalles, vamos a dar esos detalles, pero como me imagino que pueden entender, esto viene siendo una escena bastante grande debido a que es un centro comercial. Hay muchas personas que se encuentran dentro de este centro comercial que tenemos que hablar con ellos, ver si fueron testigos y ya a través de eso, obviamente, empezar más en detalle la investigación y poder confirmar más información que podemos después dar a conocer al público.
Hablaban de que alguien trabajaba en el centro comercial. ¿Mencionan alguno de los detenidos o de los heridos?
De lo que habían mencionado viene siendo que cuando sucedieron los hechos teníamos un oficial que estaba trabajando para una de las tiendas del centro comercial como seguridad. Entonces ese oficial pudo tener una persona en custodia minutos después de que los hechos empezaron a ocurrir. Entonces cuando ocurrió ese incidente, uno de los oficiales que estaba allí de inmediato empezó a tomar acción y pudo tomar una persona en custodia y anunció a través de su radio que a las 5:08 teníamos ya una persona en custodia y nuevamente el incidente tenemos reportado que empezó a eso de las 5:05.
¿Se habla de algún tipo de arma en específico?
A este momento es muy temprano, nuevamente estamos apenas procesando lo que viene siendo la escena, estamos asegurando de que no hay ningún otro tipo de cosa de cuestión dentro del centro comercial, que es lo que estamos haciendo, pero a este momento nuevamente no hay ningún peligro al público y el proceso se va a tardar bastante tiempo.
how long did it then take to get one of the suspects into custody?
As soon as he got there.
It was immediate.
Yes, ma'am.
Within 3 minutes, one of the suspects was in custody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then do you know how many shots were fired by each suspect?
No, it's still an active investigation.
Chief, was there any kind of resistance to law enforcement from this incident?
Not that I'm aware of at this time.
Are either of the two people in custody, are they among the 3 people hospitalized?
No, ma'am.
Is the El Paso gang unit investigating?
No, the Crimes Against Persons is the lead investigation unit within the El Paso Police Department.
Was it an incident between 2 groups, or?
We don't know at this point. It's still, the scene has barely been turned over to our Crimes Against Persons and our crime scene unit.
You mentioned that all 3 in the hospital and both suspects are male. Any word on the person who died, their gender, age, anything like that?
We just know it's all people involved is a male.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't give us an age range at all?
We don't have that information at this point.
Chief, is there an expected schedule of time when information will be released?
As we get information, we'll coordinate through our communications sections to help keep you all aware, to help keep the public aware as far as it goes. As this whole thing develops in the crime scene, once our detectives and our crime scene units are able to evaluate how big the crime scene is, we can give more information as what's happening out there at Cielo Vista.
Was the officer injured who took the first suspect into custody?
No, ma'am.
You said Cielo Vista Mall is going to stay locked down until the investigation's complete. Do you have like an estimate, like a couple of days or a day or anything like that?
We're hoping sometime tomorrow, but that's just preliminary. We do not know because of the size of the area.
For people who were at the mall during this time, witnesses, are they able to go back and get vehicles, or is that expected to stay throughout the investigation? Just what do they need to know?
Yes, so the vehicles that were parked out there at the mall are all going to be part of the crime scene, and our detectives and our officers in the crime scene unit and crimes against person have to evaluate what they have to make sure that we collect all the information and evidence that we need to collect.
So will they be notified in some way when they can go get their cars? How will that work?
Yes, ma'am. We'll make notification on the people that we know that they're being preliminary processed and going to the reunification center to collect that information. And for all the others, we're going to rely on you all to help us get the information out.
Were the weapons used in the shooting recovered?
I don't have that information at this point. It's still preliminary. I couldn't tell you.
Do you know the type of weapon?
No, ma'am. I sure don't. No, ma'am.
Was the second arrest made as police checked the vehicles that were leaving the mall?
Not that I'm aware of.
For those that are from El Paso and that were here in 2019 and had to go through August 3rd, what do you want to say to them tonight that are, visibly shaken up and struggling with what has happened, especially considering the proximity of where this took place?
So we've been in communication with Emergence Health Network, and they're going to be putting out information for any type of crisis counseling or anything that any of the public might need as far as that goes. So Emergence Healthcare is going to be putting some information out for that. But I want to emphasize again that there is no more danger to the public.
One more question?
Mayor, I don't know if you would like to make a statement as well, just similar to what Rachel asked. Just a lot of people on social media reminded of this trauma that happened in 2019. Just something to let the people of El Paso, know how to get through this time. They're just getting triggered by what they saw today.
And that's a great question, and that's some things we learned from 2019, and I know we had some training through with the FBI and a lot of the agencies together to make sure that we had a lead agency, and that became the El Paso Police Department, and also to make sure that our community was safe and to make sure that we relayed that to the community. So, no, that was our first concern. When the call goes out, that's our first concern, not only to the community, but also law enforcement. And, we don't know what we're dealing with at that point, but we're going to be prepared for whatever's out there. And we prepared day in and day out for today. And I can tell you that the El Paso Police Department and our partners did an incredible job making sure, securing the scene, and making sure that our community was safe. And that's some things that we'll continue to learn day in and day out, and can continue to train on a daily basis. So our community is a safe community, and it's a safe community because of the partnership that we have with all the law enforcement agencies within our community and outside our community. Really, they came in together and were there within minutes of the shooting. And like you said, we didn't know what to expect, but we were prepared to do our job, and we did our job. And I'm thankful for all of law enforcement agencies. With the lead of El Paso Police Department, they did an incredible job to secure the scene, but make sure that our community was safe.
Man, Lisa, I guess what's going through my head right now is if it weren't for that off-duty officer to be there in 3 minutes and just be on the scene, this could have been drastically worse. I mean, what do you want to say to that person, as well as just everyone that was involved about how, obviously this is still a tragic incident that has taken place, but I guess to the community, it's somewhat thankful that it didn't turn out to be as bad as we just heard.
Well, the response and the people in the police department and all the agencies surrounding the area were there within minutes also. The off-duty police officer that was there, did the job, and the job that he's trained to do day in and day out. But also the surrounding areas and the units that responded were there within minutes, was prepared to do their job also.
Thank you. Alcalde, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alcalde, si está amable en español. Alcalde, Alcalde.
That is the end of the news conference. Again, that website at the bottom of your screen, www.fbi.gov/Cielo Vista Mall shooting. That will bring you to a page that allows you to put your first, middle, last name, phone number, email address, and any information. That's the only part that's required. And then you can also upload any digital files, video, or pictures of the scene. They are asking for that for this investigation.
And we will continue to follow this story, of course, in our 10 o'clock newscast coming up in about 35 minutes.
See them.